The atmospheric pressure inside the mess hall of the High Sovereign Fleet didn't just feel heavy. It smelled of scorched copper and ozone. The facility was designed for Tier 1 conquerors, where strength was measured in carapace density and neural implants. I am Lieutenant Var, and for 10 solar cycles, I have maintained order among the recruits. Our central combat computers were absolute. Soft-skinned Terrans possessed 0 natural defensive plating and 0 venom organs, placing them at the bottom of the military hierarchy. At the corner table sat Sarah, a 17-year-old Terran colonist student. She was small, unarmored, and wearing a oversized standard-issue gray jumper. She sat quietly, reading a digital datapad and eating a bowl of synthetic grain, completely ignoring the noise around her. Then came Commander Croc, a 9-foot-tall, 600-pound Gorgonid enforcer. His body was wrapped in jagged bone-scale armor capable of absorbing heavy kinetic impacts. He had broken 30 recruits in the training pits without receiving a single warning. Croc slammed his massive, 3-clawed fist onto Sarah's table, shattering the synthetic bowl and spilling warm liquid across her datapad. "Look at this pathetic scrap of flesh," Croc roared through his vocal translator, his 4 yellow eyes flashing with malicious delight. "The Alliance sends children to sit among gods. Stand up, fragile thing, and bow before your superiors." The surrounding alien recruits let out a synchronized, clicking laugh, pulling out their recording devices to capture the liquidation. Sarah didn't scream. She didn't drop to her knees. She slowly set the ruined datapad down, picked up a paper napkin, and carefully wiped the grain from her sleeve. She took a slow, deep breath, her pupils dilating into pitch-black circles of pure, hyper-focused adrenaline. "Leave me alone," Sarah said softly. Her voice didn't carry an amplifier, but it hit the silent room like an ice pick. Croc laughed, his massive, heavy claw reaching down to grab her fragile neck, intending to drag her across the metal floorboards. "You don't give orders here, worm." The moment his claw made contact with her skin, Sarah snapped. She didn't use an armored weapon. She used the terrifying, lightning-fast reflexes forged on a high-gravity Deathworld. In a blur of motion too fast for the Academy's optical sensors to track, Sarah grabbed his primary wrist, stepped deep inside his posture, and twisted his massive 600-pound frame using pure, unrefined leverage. Before Croc's combat computer could even trigger a pain warning, Sarah drove her heel into the back of his knee joint, forcing the massive giant down onto his knees in the dirt. With a sharp, fluid motion, she wrapped her small, unarmored arms around his thick, bone-plated neck, braced her shoulder against his spine, and jerked her hips sharply to the left. Crack. It wasn't a plasma burn or an energy strike. It was the brutal, sickening sound of reinforced alien spinal vertebrae snapping clean under immense, explosive rotational torque. The massive Gorgonid warrior went instantly limp, collapsing face first into the ruined tray with a heavy, metallic thud that vibrated the floorboards. The entire mess hall went dead silent. 300 elite alien warriors froze, their recording devices still running, staring at the motionless body of the Academy's most feared bully. Sarah stood over him, her chest heaving slightly. She adjusted her gray jumper, wiped a speck of green fluid from her hand, and picked up her datapad. "I said leave me alone," she whispered into the quiet room. In the observation booth, my datapad slipped from my claws and shattered on the deck. Our Imperial spreadsheets had failed again. We calculated her small stature and lack of chitin, but our computers completely missed the reality of Earth. Humans don't carry armor on the outside because their violent evolutionary history packed pure, explosive destruction inside their bones and tendons. So, next time your military algorithms tell you a Deathworld girl is harmless because she sits quietly, don't push her, don't touch her, just run.